Hello. Wow, we're in the background. We've come on slightly 30 seconds earlier, but we're not going to technically start until 1 minute. So we just thought that we'd just have a quick chat about anything. So if you're here in the chat, welcome. Hello, hello, Willow.
Hello.
Oh, so Willow is on the Concordia Spiritual Activation Program. Please do find us on Facebook. We're having a great time on this voyage of discovery. Good to see you too, sweetheart. Good to see you. Hello, Lisa Cisco. How are you, my lovely? Look at that beautiful face.
Hello.
Right, like a beautiful pixie fairy. Oh, she's so lovely. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening on Women's Work International Podcast. My name, hello, Sam. I'm not going to even I'm just going to say hello to everybody and share that love. Hello, Sam. Hope you're well over there in Hants. Hope it's all raining like it is here in Somerset. Yes. Anyway, so she'll just go back into this is Women's Work International Podcast. My name is Angela Miller, and this is the lovely Rocio Gonzalez Delgadillo.
Hello.
And we are here to have an amazing evening this evening. It's all gone a bit crazy. Well, it hasn't gone crazy. We were just gabbing before, and we thought we'd just get on and just start talking about whatever issues, whatever is going on. But we've got a special guest coming on the show. Rocio, firstly, is going to tell us about the energies of the day. And it's very special. It explains an awful lot about our state of mind. And then coming up about 1:15, we have got an amazing woman. Her name is Xiuh Atl.
Xiuh Atl.
Xiuh Atl, thank you. Which is Nahuatl for fire and water. And Xiuh Atl, is that right, Rocio? Xiuh Atl?
Xiuh Atl.
Xiuh Atl is a member of the Tezcatlipoca tradition in Mexico.
Tezcatlipoca.
Oh, I knew I'd do it.
Don't worry. It's difficult.
Tezcatlipoca. How many times have I said this week? It's just unbelievable. Or even last week. Tezcatlipoca. Now, Tezcatlipoca represents the inner conscience and inner being. And this particular group work at this on a very 3D level, and I'm really fascinated by this concept because very often we can get attached into the woo-woo, the out there side of things, without having a practice to look at ourselves and how we are on the planet, grounded in 3D reality. So I'm so looking forward to her coming on and talking to us all about it. So do feel free to ask any questions whatsoever throughout this broadcast. We're all heart opened and ready to go. Rocio's thinking, God, what's she doing?
Well, hello everybody. I'm very happy to be with you like every Monday. Let me tell you that one day before, I'm always thinking, okay, we are going to talk about this and this. Wow, this is beautiful. And we are planning everything with love. And exactly the energy for today, the King Maya for today, the energy of this beautiful wave spell about the dreaming, the night, because we are in the wave spell of these dreaming things about abundance. This time is about abundance. So we are working this day exactly with this energy of abundance in our dreams. And for that, I found a beautiful thought that says, the power of your heart is connected today with the power of abundance. So while we dreams of love together and attract love into our lives. In this case, remember that when we are talking about the dog, this special totem is about the loyalty It's about unconditional love. It's about everything that we have inside. Yeah. Everything that is growing up through our dreams is doing for love and with love, right? So we are in this process right now in the wave spell to work in ourselves, right? How to make that beautiful dreams, passing through all these 13 energies, yeah, to become these dreams that we have, these dreams that we are dreaming, yeah, with um, reality, right? Our purpose is how our dreams, through all these different energies that there are 13 of them, we can make it real. Okay, so today is that day. Today is when we need to see in ourselves and give to ourselves that unconditional love that we have. It's not pushing, fluid with the energy always, but with love. Everything is about this energy that is beautiful. Okay, so the dog is loyal to himself first. Okay, that means that we need to be loyal with us first in any moment, in any circumstances, and in any experience that we have, at least for today. Yeah. um, of course, immediately with the people that is around us, could be family, lovers, boyfriend, husbands. Yeah. So it's about us, and then we give this to the people that is in our own clan. Yeah. Um, the dog is a guardian who watch over his own and everyone. In this love, unconditional love is part of that we are giving everything with no conditions, no pressures. Just give what you feel. It's about emotions too. Okay. And in this time, the guide of the for today of the dog is a magician. Is through this beautiful magic about love, because through the love is like making magic. Yeah. Uh, we convert, transform everything in positive way, in the positive way. So love is a healing power that touch our hearts. And it's true. How many times we are feeling bad at home, maybe a cold, maybe stomach or something like that, and somebody arrives with a love and take care of us, or just give us a tea, or just ask, how are you okay? And with that energy of love, we feel better. I always say to a very important person in my life, your words and your love is my medicine. It's part of that, right? In some way. Yeah. So the love, this unconditional love, is accept the people that just like they are, without Jewish, without criticizing. It's just accepted because the people is how they are for some reason. Yeah. And could be for the circumstances, for the bad experience in their lives. So we need to help them with love, to understand them better, to accept them in the best way. Yeah. And when this stone that is 8, this is the 8-day, 8 energy of this wave spell. Yeah. Uh, invite us exactly to live what I with what we believe. Okay, that means congruence. In these days, I was talking with a lot with my lovely sister Angela about the congruence, right? The congruence in the thing that means that live your life in the way that you feel, you think, and you receive the influence of the universe. This is the congruence. So if you do it in that way, you will feel good with yourself. I don't know if sometimes there are experiences that you believe in something or you want something, but because you are not pay attention to your heart, and you do other things maybe that the people tell you to do, you are not happy. You don't feel comfortable with yourself. Maybe sometimes you feel angry. Happened for me some days because I was doing something that is not me, right? So we need to live independent in what our beliefs are, right? Uh, Today we need to open our breathe very profound and open our chest, open our chakra from the heart, yeah, to receive all this energy from the universe, analyzing in self, in your heart, and then share it with the people that you love. But first, with yourself, right? Take care of yourself. Today is to take care again. And breathe very strong, deep, and exhale and relax. Relax your body, relax your shoulders, relax your mind, your thoughts, everything in the way that you can balance this energy of maybe crisis or whatever is happening outside. Remember, um, every time that we exhale this beautiful energy that exists from the universe, from the people that we love, from our own experience when we take it in a positive way. Every time of that is give us this breath of be life. And remember, the past is gone, the future we don't know, but we have the here and now. This is the moment to show, to let it go, and let it know to the people that you love them. Yeah, with always with a this beautiful open heart. Yeah, and remember always unconditional. Nothing is by condition. Everything is just how you feel it, how it's going out. Is be spontaneous. Yeah, don't put the love here because it's crazy and take other ways. But from here, what you need to say today, say it. So for today is this moment exactly the um, the energy that through all the day we are gonna working with. Okay. So from my heart, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, everybody, and everything under the energy of the unconditional love that is today. Thank you very much. Hilakech. That means you are my other me. Yeah. Okay. So, well, we are waiting for our other invited.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
be soon here. Yeah.
What a day for unconditional love. That is so amazing.
Yes, beautiful, right? It's very nice.
So we shall send that out. Without further delay, we have our lovely guest. Would you like to introduce our lovely guest?
Yeah. Well, she. Oh, yeah. Here you are.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. She's a very nice person, and she's part of this group of tradition of Tezcatlipoca that is very interesting group because not everybody can be in that group. Have to be a special people and really have a commitment, yeah, to be in this group and be disciplined. Yeah, is what I admire from this group. Yeah, because it's a lot of things that they are working with. They are very disciplined. They make the forms that we, yeah, with a lot of respect, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome,
Oh,
welcome.
oh,
Okay.
yeah, it was a welcome that just went over the screen. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Do you hear me okay?
Yes.
Maybe just a bit of an increase in volume.
Okay. Well, I'm honored to be here. Thank you very much for your invitation.
Oh, bless you. Thank you for coming on. I'm really excited to have you on. I'm going to pronounce your name as Xiuh Atl. Is that
Yes.
right? Xiuh?
Xiuh Atl.
Xiuh Atl.
Xiuh Atl. That's right.
Beautiful name. And it means fire and water. Is that correct?
Xiuh, it's the brilliance, like shining. It's like shiny water.
Shiny water.
Oh.
So shiny water could be fire water. That's very special.
That's right. It's also the sound that fire and water make when they mix.
I feel it.
Our language, which is Nahuatl, it's a very descriptive language. It describes what you can hear and what you can see. So it's a language that you can see all around.
Wow. So do you speak Nahuatl?
I speak some words. I'm not it's not my first language. My first language is Spanish, and I'm located in Mexico City.
Wonderful. It's so wonderful to have you on this evening, because I really feel the vibration of Tezcatlipoca.
Yeah,
I feel it.
Well, it's a very strong vibration. Tezcatlipoca, the meaning, it's a black smoky mirror. And it's the tradition that it's in search of consciousness and the development of consciousness. And in order to develop consciousness, you have to be able to see yourself. So it's very important to see yourself in the mirror. So that's one of the meanings of the name of our tradition.
So in a time where people generally don't want to look at themselves, a lot of people out there, they don't want to look at what's going on the inside. They're distracted by life. Now, what I would like to ask you is, could you share some wisdom with our listeners from the past, from the present, from the future, anyone that listens again to this broadcast? Could you share the principles of Tezcatlipoca? Thank you.
Of course. I would like to share just a little history. Tezcatlipoca tradition is a very, very ancient tradition from the Nahua people, or better known as the Aztecs, that used to be in the territory from Nicaragua to Alaska, which is all Central and North America. This tradition, when the conquest happened and the Spaniards won the war, they made a decision in the Tezcatlipoca tradition to save the knowledge and to take care of the knowledge as a treasure. They said, well, we have to hid our treasures. The Spaniards misinterpreted that, thinking they were talking about gold, but they were talking about the knowledge. So they decided, inside the Tezcatlipoca tradition, decided to hold on to the knowledge in the private area of the society. This is within families. So there are 20 families in the area that that had the purpose to take care of the knowledge. And this was hidden and just taught within families in a private way for 468 years. That's from 1521 to 1989. In 1989, the Tezcatlipoca tradition decides to open again the knowledge to the public area, or the public part of society, not just to hold it within families. That year, since that year, everybody's welcome to learn the Tezcatlipoca ways and the Tezcatlipoca knowledge. That was 31 years ago, 1989. I've been near the Tezcatlipoca tradition for 20 years now. I was not born inside the tradition. I was not born within the families. I'm Mexican, but I'm not part of the traditions because of my family. I decided to learn, and I was decided to approach to the tradition to learn. Well, this is a tradition, as I already said, to create consciousness and to look at yourself. And you are very certain when you said we have many distractions now, and the biggest battle we all have is within ourselves. We have to see ourselves in order to grow, in order to deal what we have to deal. We are our best friends and we are our worst enemies. It's everything inside.
Yeah.
So the Tezcatlipoca tradition gives us lots of tools to manage with life.
Fascinating. Now, I am particularly interested in how does a Western person identify with their own personal Tezcatlipoca?
We have had many workshops in different parts of the world and people coming here to learn. As Rocio said at first, it requires lots of discipline and courage. You have to be disciplined and you have to have the courage to see yourself. Because learning in the tradition is a very complete way of learning. It's not just, it's not possible just to learn one technique or one thing, because you're approaching to a very different culture. So you have to learn lots of things. You have to learn about the calendar, the way they see life. And also you have to deal with all the misinterpretations that have happened in history. Mm-hmm. For instance, Aztec tradition is very related in the minds of the people to sacrifices, to having many gods, which are both not true. Mm-hmm. In the Tezcatlipoca tradition, there are no gods. You can see lots of images in the codex, but those are very complicated and fascinating ways to represent human life and to represent the world. So if you see Quetzalcoatl is not a god. It's a way to represent the natural cycles of life. And that's one of at least 22 energies. So the misinterpretation is when the Western people try to interpret, they interpret from what they know. So they interpret those as gods. Well, they're not gods. They're energies of life, and energies of what we deal as humans. Some could be natural cycles, instinct, willpower, consciousness, wisdom, and they're represented as a human image, but they're not gods. So, since they are not gods, it was not possible to be in sacrifices. We had no sacrifices in ancient history. As all cultures, there was war. And what was misinterpreted as sacrifices might be war prisoners being sacrificed, but not to a god. It's like more like a punishment or the way to deal with war, which all cultures did. So this is like big misunderstandings that first you have to deal with. And in order to put that away and learn about the culture, you have to learn a lot. You have to learn how the calendar was used. You have to learn how all the energies are understood. So it's a lifetime learning. It's a lifetime learning. But it has very, very useful tools to deal with life, in my experience.
Beautiful, beautifully put. I can think of the Tezcatlipoca image, the symbol in the codex.
Oh yeah, that's it has I don't know how to say in English. Antifaz. Do you know how to say?
Mask, like a mask.
Like a mask in the eyes. It's like the eyes have a mask and it has no leg. It has a mirror instead of a leg. And also there's another Tezcatlipoca image, which is Yayauki, that has also the 20 energies of the days of the calendar, of the Aztec calendars, located in the human body. And those are centers of energy you can locate in the human body if you study the codex with a good teacher. And if you have a good guidance, you can learn lots of things in the codex. And
I'm fascinated by it, actually, personally fascinated by it, because it does give you an indication of who you are, what your potentials are, and what you should be doing. So when you combine that with looking at the deepest, darkest parts of yourself, magic is going to happen. Hello, I'd like to welcome I haven't got my glasses on.
Atetzka.
Atetzka.
Hello.
Atetzka. How are you?
Welcome.
Beautiful.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. You were saying.
Yeah. So it was this. It's this. I find it very interesting how these teachings are now, since 1989. Did you say?
That's right.
1989 are permitted to come out of the culture. And it's safe enough to do so. It's beautiful. So what type of tools can you recommend to Western women that maybe don't have a practice? Because I believe this calendar is relevant to every single living being on the planet.
That's right. It applies to every human being. This is a tradition that's very pragmatic. It's like a science. It's based on observation and proof of proven error. And since it's been a very, very ancient tradition, it has been very proved, and it applies to every human being. There's people from different parts of the world that have approach to the tradition. Of course, it takes lots of compromise and time to learn all the background of the tradition, but there sure are tools that somebody could use. What I would recommend, there is a meditation that is very useful, which is you can use any kind of mirror. Usually we use a mirror made of obsidian, which is a black mirror. Any kind of mirror. And you can place the mirror in front of you, and then you place a candle, and then there's yourself. In order so you can see the candle and your face reflected in the mirror, and then made a meditation for at least 9 minutes. But if you can do longer, it's better. And that's a meditation to start looking at yourself.
Right. And why? What is the relevance of 9 minutes?
Well, the numbers are very important in the tradition. Each number has a meaning, from 1 to 13. But the number 9 is the transformation. So it's we are beings that are in constant movement. Movement, it's part of our natural way of being. It's not possible to stand still. We always have movement in our lives. So it's good to be familiar with the energy of transformation. For that makes it easy for you to go through life. So 9 minutes, it's because 9, it's the number related to transformation.
I'm very pleased when you say that, because I'm a number 9.
Oh yeah.
And it's just so funny how I've only just discovered this.
That's good.
Everything has, it's absolutely mind-blowing how everything is so accurate. From the moment of birth to the lesson, who feeds me, who put me here, what are the influences, the willpower, the whole thing really fascinates me, because I was getting to the feeling that, the time calendar?
Yeah.
With the 20 Tezcatlipoca energy centers.
That's
all
right.
Work in a certain way together to unlock certain things within each soul.
That's right. They all influence. And it's very interesting because in the Tezcatlipoca tradition and in all the Mesoamerican and Nahua tradition, also Maya, we use 2 calendars, which are 2 different calendars. One is the solar calendar, and one is called Tonalamatu. And they work together, and they can I don't know how to explain it. It's like a machine. You have one machine rotating here and other here, and they go together and come to the same exact moment 52 years later. Every 52 years, there's a big cycle where the two calendars go together again and start all over, moving. So one calendar gives you the number of your birth or the number of a day, and the other calendar gives you the energy. For instance, me and also Atetzka, we are both born in a day 3 and in a day Atl. But the number is given by one of the calendars and the energy is given by the other calendar.
Oh.
And they are exactly at the same point as they were when you were born at 52. So in the tradition, they say you are a grown-up when you're 52. Before that, you're not a grown-up. You're just a teenager.
Wow.
So what they say, they are people that live for a long time. And they say if you live 104 years, you do 2 complete cycles. And that's what you want to achieve.
Right, so 104.
52 years, right?
Yeah, 2 cycles of 52 years. Mm-hmm. That would be somebody that lives 104 years.
Wow, very interesting.
I'll go for that. I'll try that. I'll transform myself to 104.
We need to take care of ourselves.
That's right.
Right.
So that just makes an awful lot of sense. If you take care of your inner being, your inner conscience, you listen, you pay attention, you do positive things to help know yourself, then there's no reason why we should not live to 104.
That's right. That's right.
Mm.
Yeah,
well,
wonderful.
Big part of what we learn in the tradition is a lot of everyday habits. And this is sometimes difficult when you have not learned this habit since you were a kid. To learn different habits as a grown-up, it's not easy, but you can do it. And those are very important to be well. This is breathing, sleeping, drinking water, and eating. So those are 4 basic ways to keep yourself healthy. There is a system we use in the tradition that's the Nawi, Olin, Teotl. Nawi meaning 4, Olin meaning movement, and Teot meaning energy. This is the movement of the 4 energies. And it's a system to teach, to learn, and to organize information and to organize your mind. So everything you can divide in 4, but it's not 4 exactly the same. It's 4 with different proportions. So you have 52%, 26%, 13%, and 9%. And for instance, talking again about habits, 52% of your energy to keep yourself in a good condition is breathing. And 9% is eating. You don't have to eat all day, but you have to breathe every moment. And you can learn how to breathe well. We can breathe. We do it naturally. But there's also techniques that you can learn for how to breathe well. And you cannot live without breathing. So 52% of maintaining you in a good shape, in a good condition, your life, and taking care of your life is taking care of your breathing. Then the 26 is taking care of your sleeping and rest. The same thing. We eat sometimes of the day, but we have to sleep many hours in order to be well. Then the 13% is hydration. Water is very important. And hydration is not any kind of liquid. It says 52% of the hydration must be pure water. And then you can have juice, you can have broth, you can have other liquids. But the main thing is pure water. And then the 9% is the food, to have a good way of eating. And these you can also divide again. For instance, I have 52% is my breathing. I can divide my techniques of breathing. Then 26% is my sleeping. I can divide the way I sleep. I can sleep with my head up, with my head down, one side, other side. Those are 4 ways of sleeping. The 52, or the more important or indispensable, is to sleep face up. That makes me recover in less time. And hydration. You can divide hydration again. You have 52% pure water, 26% vegetable juices, 13% fruit juices, and 9% broth, like when you cook something, like with soup. Again, food. I have food. I can divide again. In food, I have 52% of a grain. It depends where you are in the world. If you are talking about Asia, that grain is rice. If you're talking about Europe, it's probably wheat. But in our case, it's corn. Also, you can always divide again. Corn, I can divide in colors. I have 5 different colors of corn. So it's a system that is very simple, and for being that simple gets complicated. But because you have to simplify your mind. But it's very, very good system because you can always go deeper. Because you can say very simple. I have the Nawiolin of habits. It's breathing, sleeping, hydrating, and eating. But then each one of those I can divide again. And each one of those I can divide again and again and again. So you get to be very meticulous when you study this in a very deep way, which is very interesting because it's a system that can also be used for whatever you want to do. You can say these 4 areas of the Nawi Olintel related with words. The 52% is the indispensable. Breathing is indispensable. If you don't breathe, you die. Then the 26% is necessary. If you don't sleep, you start getting confused in your mind. It's necessary to sleep. Then 13% is the desirable to have a good hydration. And the 9% is excellent. It's excellent to have good food. So it's indispensable, necessary, desirable, and excellent. Oh. You can use this system for whatever you want to develop. I'm gonna make up something. I want to study in China, but I live in Mexico City. What's indispensable? In this world right now, where I live right now, it's indispensable to have money. I cannot go to China if I have no money. So I have to have savings or good work or a work where I'm heading to. Then what's necessary? In this world where I live right now, it's necessary to have, probably to be paperwork. I need to have a passport, a visa, all my paper in order. Otherwise, I won't be traveling. Then necessary, desirable. Desirable is to have a project which I'm heading to. It said I'm going to study Chinese, or I'm going to study Chinese medicine, or whatever is my project to go there. And maybe excellent would be, I have very good friends that are already there. That's excellent. It's not indispensable, but it's excellent. So I just made this up right now, but just to show you that it's a system that you can apply to many, many things. You have to think, if I have to do something, what's indispensable for me to do it? If you have the indispensable, you have more than half, because indispensable is 52%. So that gives you half the way. Then you have to really think what else you need to accomplish something. So it's an interesting system.
It is absolutely interesting because, right, you're getting me very happy here because I'm going, oh, all these ways I could apply these mathematical principles to my life in every single area from food. I'll just do that. Just do the maths and everything else will take care of itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can say, okay, I need a basic for food. My basic is corn. If I have tortillas and I have tamales and I have all kinds of corn in my country, I have more than half. Then I have to see what's growing in this time of year. What vegetables are growing in this time of year? Those are going to be the best ones, the fresher ones and the nicest ones and the more flavory ones. So then I have my vegetables and my fruits. What fruits are growing up here in my area in this season? Those are the best fruits for me. And then it's just the meat is and product that comes from the animals is just 9%. So my food is not based on meat. If I have grain, vegetables, and fruits, it's no problem if I have no meat. Obviously, I can. It's excellent if I have meat, and it's delicious, and it's good for my health, but it's not indispensable. My indispensable is the grain. So you organize the way you eat. Also with the portions, you eat a big portion of cereals or a big portion of grains, then some vegetables, a small portion of food, and a really small portion of either cheese or meat or any dairy or fish or whatever animal product you're eating.
Wow. So let's look at these rules of how mothers can apply these rules to achieve a happy home in their lives.
Well, that's a challenge. I'm a mother of two, and that's a big challenge.
Exactly.
I'm a mother of two and homeschooling, so it's a big challenge. Well, in the family, there's a way we can organize the family in the Nahui Olinteo. The 52% of a family is the mother. Then we have the father. Then we have the kids. And then we have the extended family. That could be uncles, aunts, or grandparents. As a mother, these sure are very good tools because you are in charge of the health of your family. So if you learn and are able to teach your children how to breathe and how to eat and how important it is to hydrate, then you are taking care of them every day. You're not waiting to have a big problem and take care of the big problem. You are taking care of your health every day. And also in the tradition, we learn techniques like massage, or we have sweat lodges. We can deal with problems also. But the best is to avoid health issues. The best is like the preventive medicine. The food is your medicine. So if you take care of that, you're taking care of your health issues every day, not when you have a problem.
So it it sorts out the problem before the problem is created.
That's right. And that doesn't mean we don't get sick. We all get sick, and we have to develop tools to take care of ourselves.
It's just try to prevent, right?
Not right. To prevent. And for instance, like we are now dealing a big dangerous virus. A big way to deal with this is to keep yourself healthy every day. Of course, if we get the virus and we don't feel okay, we have to go and get attention. But if you take good care of yourself every day, that prevents of it to be a big issue in your life. Also, talking about this, one of our teachers recently died in March this year. But we were fortunate to share with him a couple of days before he died. And somebody asked him, is one of our big and admired teachers. somebody asked him, his name was Cuautlinchan. Somebody asked him about the virus. He said, what do you think about this? And it was March. We were just starting with the virus in Mexico. And he said, we are all going to die. That's for sure, because we're already here. And that's certain for everybody. We are already here, so we are all going to die. We can die today because of an accident. We can get this virus or any other virus. We can get a bacteria. We can get to live more than 100 years. And also we're going to die. There's no other way. That's for sure. But what he said, do we want to live afraid? We are already here. Do we really want to live in fear? He said, I guess it's not worth it. We're already here. Let's be here plenty. Let's be here 100%, not be here with fear. Because living with fear, you're not able to be 100%. You're not here. You're in the past. You're not here. If you are able to deal with the fear, we all can have fear at some point, but we don't want to get stuck in fear. And that's very important because your emotions also are part of your health. You have to have a balance in your emotions. We all have experienced fear, but we cannot just get stuck in fear. We have to move through the emotions and get different emotions to balance our emotional, because our emotional can also get us sick. And also he said, if we are afraid, we are easy to manipulate, for other people to manipulate us. So we have to move from that emotions and try to balance and try to enjoy that we are already here, because we're all going to die. And it's not of no use to be afraid right now about that. So I take that as a very, very important last teaching I received from my teacher.
Beautiful. Because that really teaches you, because to remove the fear. And this is what I'm really getting into Tezcatlipoca. I could see how I would transform my life with it all. So I may well do that. I think what I'm going to do is put this to the test. Now, one of the main purpose of women's work is that we'd like to open women's centres focused on exactly what you're talking about. But removing the emotions in a specific kind of way with body work, it's almost the same thing. It's crazy. Really, this is the same thing that I'm doing over here in the UK on a very small level at the moment. But I've been working in my community like that with women and children for the last 13 years. And I would like to apply this system to our first flagship healing center in Mexico, right? So we could just apply the healing methods with, I can just see how it all is going to work based on this principle. It's absolutely amazing. Because if women looked at themselves on a deeper level of their existence, they look within, they're going to find the answers pretty quickly about who they are, what their function is, and why they're here. But with system time that affects how we live, the daylight hours, the working hours, how much time you spend with your children, this all has an impact on a woman's life. In some way, especially if you've got 5 kids, I've got 2, 5, is a very, and often women are in the situation where they are literally pregnant and have children at home all day long for 20, 30, 40 years, where they don't even get a chance to look at themselves.
That's right.
So part of the healing concept is that we bring together that education, business, and healing awareness of the self. Once you have a combination like that, women don't have to depend on marriage and pregnancy. They can just do what they're here to do.
That's right, and that's very important work.
Yeah, I would like to see the traditional input into that, actually, because I think that the way I've been working, this is nearly the same thing, because we've lived an existence where men, without knowledge, have affected every single woman's life on the planet today, and we give birth. So when we help and prevent certain situations from happening, everybody's happy. And that 52% of that mother of the family unit is happy, everybody's going to be happy.
That's right. But it has not received the attention it requires.
And well,
it's sometimes probably what I think personally, not speaking from the tradition, what I think personally is that we have lost the balance, and the women have increased the amount of work every year, and every year we have more and more and more work. Instead of obtaining more balance, we are getting more unbalanced as families and as society. For instance, as a society, the 52% of the society, or the indispensable part of the society, should work to provide the food and services we all use. That's for growing food and getting water into the towns and houses, and getting electricity. And then we have the 26% working in art, because the expression is very, very important. Then the 13% would be working in the intellectual part of the society. And the 9% is working for health and consciousness. But as societies, we have a big imbalance here, because at some point we were all told that we all had to do a career. We all had to study. Everybody had the same goal. But if you're talking that more than half of the society needs to be working in the fields and working for services, it's a big imbalance if we all go to the city and study. But that has happened because we have not made a good life for the people who grow the land. And probably, as I'm talking, I'm thinking that happens with the family. The woman is the indispensable, is the 52%. If you don't take care of that, it's a big imbalance. It's a big imbalance. And that doesn't mean, as a woman, you don't have achievements you want to make. You want to study, you want to do arts, you have many goals. But you cannot achieve nothing if you don't have the support of the family. And if you're in charge of the 100%, then there's no time for yourself. And we all need time for ourselves, at least to take care of the minimal parts of ourselves. And that's a big imbalance. As in society, we have not taken care of the people who provide what we need every day. In the family, we have not been taking care of the person that holds the family. That are the mothers. And that's a big, big imbalance. And it's not easy to move. It's not easy at all. It's very, very unbalanced.
Wow.
And this affects every single woman who's married or has children on the planet today. So I'm just wondering, right, in that 52% of the mother energy taken care of in the family, I wonder now, take another 52% in from that 52% to taking care of yourself.
That's right.
Of your personal energy, taking care of yourself. Ooh.
If you're taking care of others, you first have to be well yourself. Then it's first the individual, like it's yourself, then it's your family, then you affect the area, and then you affect the world. If you want to change something in the world, you cannot start big. You have to start small. And that has a big effect. So you have to start yourself. I want to change something, I'm going to change it inside. If I change it inside, then my family is going to see and be aware that I'm behaving differently, or that I look healthier or whatever. And they're going to ask, what are you doing? You look differently. Or they're just going to start doing the same. You're eating this healthy food. Oh, I have some. And then the family is going to get interested in what you're doing as an individual. If, as a family, your neighbors start asking, then you have an impact on your neighbors. And the impact on society, it happens by itself. But sometimes we want to do it the other way. We want to have big changes, but we are not able or willing to change ourselves, or to change in our house, inside our families. So that's also something that's unbalanced, or that's misunderstood. We want to do big when it's more useful to do little. If we all do little, we get harder if one people wants to do big changes.
Yeah,
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, we were talking about these days about congruent, to be congruent, right?
That's right.
For example, this like you are explaining, this tradition is about thoughts about spirituality, but also it's how you apply all this knowledge, yeah, in your life. 3D, here and now, right?
That's right.
And be congruent in what you think is what you live, right? It's very nice. And I bet you that nobody knows about this tradition. How do you work with, So it's very, very interesting. And there is a treasure, really, like you say.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really see that it's the practical application of wisdom.
Yeah, which is the hardest.
Yeah, exactly, on a consistent level.
That you don't learn in books. There's many interesting books. There's books about the tradition, but the everyday wisdom, you have to learn by doing, not by reading or not by listening.
By experience.
By applying it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like they say, well, it's a man with knowledge, yes, because he's reading a lot of books, but he's a man with wisdom. That means that apply the things that reading the books in their life.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but it's when a lot of people is very limited. Yeah, they read books and live, and they have an incredible collection, but they don't apply what they are reading, right? So it's part of this tradition, right?
Yeah, to apply it to everyday life. You can have lots of information, but for instance, with this tradition, just what I showed you about the Nawi Olinteo or the movement of the four energies, that's a little information that keeps you thinking about your life. And it's just a little tool, but you can apply it. I can talk and talk and talk for many hours and give you lots of information, but if it's not useful for you, then it's just information. You have to take what's useful for you. And that's some of the teaching of our teachers is what I'm teaching you, they say to us, what I'm teaching you, you take what you can use. And if something you don't use, don't take it. Because it's so big. It's so big. We have information about history. We can be years studying the calendars because it's a complicated calendar. And I was talking about the two calendars going together. We can learn about all the herbs and plants that work for health in this area. You can learn different techniques of healing, massage, or whatever other techniques. You can learn to lead sweat lodges, which are delicious and very good too. But it's not possible. We all learn everything 100%. So we are a group of people, and each one of us have different interests. So each one of us studies what's useful for their interests and what is meaningful for their lives. So I cannot be expert in all about the division. I can understand what is logical for me and what I can apply according to my interests. Because we are inside the group, there are people that study psychology, there are people that have not studies, there are people that are biologists, there are actors, musicians, all kinds of professions. So we all apply and understand the teachings in a slightly different way. Or we, either that or we apply what is important for us, which is not 100% of what we learn. Each one of us treasures different information and applies different information in their own lives. So I guess that's the natural way to happen. And that should be about everything. Otherwise, we're just collecting information.
Exactly.
It's better to have like 2 or 3 tools that are useful for your life than have lots of information and not knowing how to apply it in your everyday life.
That's the point. Exactly. That's the point right now. We are living exactly that moment of even in history, right? That is, whatever you know, apply it, do it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just do it, because this is the moment exactly. It's a big change, and all the things that you have learned in the very positive way is the moment to apply it, because it's exactly this change to make a better society, to make us a better humans, right? With better feelings, with better I don't know, intentions to help, to all that stuff, right?
I mean, I could see this tradition as a teaching for schools, so that children can start to learn this process about themselves and how to apply this to their life. And you will see
that will be
much more, individually successful person, community, state, country. And this is what is going to make Mexico different to everywhere else in the whole world.
I hope so.
Right? Yes,
really, I really see it.
We have the tools, and that's important to have the tools and be able to approach to it now.
Yeah. Yesterday we have a program, we were talking about our roots. In the moment that we back to the roots, and applying our lives, we will be different. Everything will be better in our country.
And many previous cultures came there for that from all over the world. And I could see the same thing happening again very easily. It's going to be, if this program was available to children from 7 years old, at a very basic level of knowing who they are, what they came here to do, I could see this working with a women's work program across the world. I would love it if you guys were involved. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because it's the basis. It's already there. Why reinvent the wheel? It's already been
there.
We have lots of information and we have the tools. We just have to spread it and do it.
Wonderful. Well, I look forward to working with you in that. And maybe we do it in this Aztec kind of Tezcatlipoca way, mathematical system. I will get there. I will not be, I will get to the pronunciations. But I could see that evolving into something for everybody. Women, children, families, and then the job is done and everybody can live in peace. That's all we want.
That's all we want. And I guess the tradition is happy to share it, but because that was the purpose to opening again.
I can see why they chose 1989 for that, to give it time to develop and get adjusted. You've got the Mayan calendar count coming along there, and everybody has this idea of what was happening towards 2012. So it was a good time to bring that into alignment for now. Wonderful. Well done, elders. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
No, go ahead.
I have a question. This, as I see, I just get it now. this the tradition of the Tezcatlipoca has like a different modules, right? One is how to apply in this 3D, yeah. Other could be the part spiritual, the philosophy in your head, yeah.
Yeah, you can also use the Nawiolin. You have the physical part, which is the habits and how to take care of your physical body. Then you have the mental part. It's like to learn all the culture and the way they understand things. Then you have all the emotional area, which is take care and balance your emotions and deal with them and face your negative emotions that we all have. And then it's the 9% is development of consciousness. But if you divide the human body, you have physical, mental, emotional, and energy field. An energy field is not understood as something magical, understood as pure physics. We have electromagnetic energy flowing in our body, and that generates a field, like physics. Not it's not like spiritual or magical. It's physical. But what they teach us in the tradition is that energy field. If you learn how to keep it healthy, you can take care of yourself or protect yourself, because it acts like a shield. It protects you from the outside, even from viruses and bacteria and bad energy and whatever it's outside your energy field. So when we use, for instance, if we use fire with copal and incense and herbs, we are using it to strengthen that energy field and to clean it. And if we do that daily, we keep that energy field strong and clean, and that protects our physical, mental, and emotional. Exactly. And that's an area that's not very, that all other medicines don't consider it very much. And it's easy to keep it healthy. It's just 9% of your physical body or of yourself. It's just 9%. But if you keep it healthy, you protect the other parts of yourself, physical, mental, and emotional. So sometimes if you see we use fire or we use feathers, we are doing the cleaning of the energy field. It's not it's not magical. It's just cleaning. It's like as you take a bath, you clean your energy field with fire.
Sure, it's true. Hygiene, energy hygiene.
That's right.
Now, this is a common problem for women and men in terms of sexual acts and behaviors, that kind of thing. Something that I've talked about before in the past is how that energy affects a woman's womb and how they can adopt the behaviors, the patterns of the men that they sleep with.
Yeah, because naturally our shape and our body is a container. So we are like designed to hold on to the energy. And it's different for men. Men are designed to pull out, like to throw and everything, pull it out. And we are designed to contain. So every sexual partner we have, we contain their energy naturally.
Exactly.
Also, you can learn tools to get rid of that energy. But that is something you need to learn because it's not natural for you. For a man, it's natural to not hold on to the energy of the woman. But for us, it's natural to hold it. We have to learn how to get rid of it. Even if we love someone, even with our husband, we don't need to have their energy inside all day. So every time we have relations with the man, we have to clean ourselves every time, but consciously, because that's a little not against our nature, but it's our nature is to contain. So we need to learn how to take away, to get rid of that. It's not related to love or appreciation. we can enjoy, love, and appreciate. And also, we need to clean ourselves.
Exactly.
This is key.
That's important.
Okay.
Wonderful. That's just absolutely amazing. Atetzka, how are you there? Hold on, I'm just going to unmute you. There was some sound coming from the mic. How are you?
I don't understand all.
Okay.
Okay, if you repeat the words, I can understand.
Okay, me and you are together in ways. Rocio, would you just ask Atetzka what her opinion is on female hygiene?
Okay.
Or when it comes to dealing with men in this way?
Did you understand?
Little. Tell me, please.
Okay. ¿Cómo inclusive dentro de la tradición, cómo es esta deal? ¿Cómo podríamos decirle?
La pregunta es, ¿tú cómo entiendes y cómo crees que entiende la tradición esta higiene femenina? Estamos hablando de lo importante que es para las mujeres nuestra higiene. Hablamos de la higiene personal del cuerpo, la higiene de nuestro tonali,
energética,
la higiene energética en cuanto a las relaciones. Entonces yo le decía que la mujer es un contenedor y que debemos de como aprender. ¿Quieres saber tú cómo entiendes esta parte de la higiene femenina?
Ok. La higiene femenina. Ok. First, I think it's important to fluir.
To flow.
To flow with other person other person first. In this case, is a man. Nosotros lo tuvimos adentro, entonces debemos tener cuidado con limpiarnos.
When we had a man inside ourselves, we have to take care of our cleaning.
Desde todos los aspectos, the physique, the mind. In Mexico, we tell, nada más me dijo mi reina y ya quiere, le dije a mi reina y quiere casa aparte. No sé si lo pueden traducir.
I just tell you, sweetie, and now you own your own house. It's like a saying we have in Mexico.
Entonces, we must to cuidar, to care for the mind. O sea,
she says also not to get stuck in the mind with the men. We also have to clean our minds from our relations with men.
Yes. Yeah. The motion, it's great. I think we must to flow, and it's not good to wait something. It's not good. Nosotras tuvimos el deseo de estar con alguien, el deseo porque nos gusta, el deseo porque estamos bien, y eso debe ser, no debe negarse. Okay. Lo aceptamos, lo disfrutamos y lo fluimos. That's my opinion.
Okay, her opinion is we have the desire in our minds and in our bodies to be with someone. We have to accept that. We have to enjoy it, and we have to let it flow. Meaning having no high expectations on the other people, just to be able to exchange and then to flow, and not get attached in our emotions or in our minds, but let it flow, but enjoying it, both.
This emotion, it's sacred, es sagrada. debemos guardarla y atesorarla para nuestros recuerdos futuros.
It's a very sacred emotion that we have to treasure, and we have to treat it as a treasure for future memories.
Ajá.
Beautiful.
Y energéticamente, este encuentro nos deja brillar. I think that.
And in the energy, this exchange or this encounter make us be brilliant and shiny.
And then I think if we eat good, if eat good food, we must to eat good sexo, good buenas caricias, Carlos.
Touching,
Yeah.
soft, yeah.
Good kisses, good desires to other persons, and it is wonderful, pretty, beautiful, amoroso. Es una unidad, o sea, I think nosotros estamos buscando cuando tenemos sexo, por ejemplo, estar en unión con el universo.
When we have sex, we are searching to be in communion with the universe.
It is.
We are the water, we are the clouds, we are the skin, we are all. And I think si nosotros aceptamos este deseo tan grande de nuestra animalidad y nuestra sexualidad, tal vez hubiera menos abuso. Esa es la importancia de aceptarlo.
Okay, what she's saying is if we could accept our desire and our sexuality, then it would be less abuse in the world. If we're able to accept our desires, each one of us.
Yeah, and I think that part of this is about the education at home, to accept it, to see in very natural way, like it is, right? But if everything is a mysterious and no, don't watch that because it's not good, or like a taboo, yeah, is what made this in the society, this abuse and all violence of these things about it, right?
Yeah.
Tenemos mucho que limpiar.
We have lots of
Sorry, but the religions helps a lot to do.
I was brought up as a Catholic. I know the pain.
Yeah. So that's beautiful.
That's fabulous. Do you know, ladies, please do. Rocio is going to be launching a show in Spanish. Please do join her anytime. It's an absolute honor to share this wisdom with people, with women, across the world. This is wonderful. And I hope that we can do some more in the future. This is awesome.
Of course.
Yes, baby, we can talking about the same tradition, but other aspect, because this is huge.
It is.
All the little thing that we are talking about, but I know that there is more about it. So if it's possible for you that we invite you again other day, yeah.
Of course, thank you.
To talk about other aspects about this, because really the people don't know about this beautiful treasure that we have close, yeah, and that would be marvelous, because really the people don't know about this tradition. They just hear, who is Tezcatlipoca? They don't
they're afraid actually of the symbology.
Yes.
They're afraid of it.
Also, if you want to have other guests from the Tezcatlipoca tradition that don't speak English, I will happily translate for them.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's see if we can arrange some sort of conference
That'll be nice.
in the future, and
It's
just
like a round table, right? Yeah.
that'd be amazing.
That will be nice. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, and we have Willow in our audience, thanking everybody so much for a wonderful show.
Thank you, Willow.
If anybody in the chat room has any questions whatsoever, please do ask. If you're on Facebook, please do ask as well. We get your messages too. Do let us know. We are going to be sharing this video far and wide. So please do the same, because there's really valuable information here that practically helps you to live on Earth. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh gosh. Oh, Maya Rose coming in late. Now, Maya Rose she used to be in Tepoztlan. I'm not sure where she is at the moment. She's coming in late, but she's asking, many women need some practical tips on how to clean energy after all relations, like huevo de obsidiana. I'll put the question up there. You can read it.
Okay. Okay, I'm not familiar with the practice with huevo de obsidiana, but what I would say is, what you want, once you treasure that energy and value that energy, you want out. So we want to clean, not to put other things inside. I don't know if you understand. You want to put out. So I am not familiar with that practice. Otherwise, I would share more. I'm not familiar with that practice. But what I would say is that you want to pull out, not bring more energy to pull out. And also, obsidian is like a crystal. It's a rock, and that absorbs lots of energy. So if you put inside yourself something that absorbs lots of energy, also you can bring energy that you don't need at the moment inside yourself. So that's for little I know. I don't know if Atetzka knows more about this practice. I do not know, or maybe you know more.
But others that you recommend?
I recommend sing and talk to your genitales.
Sing. He means singing.
Singing, yes.
Ah, cool.
Singing. Poetry. You can to tell poetry. But it's I think it's very, very better singing.
Goodbye.
That's you want my love, you want my love, goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
for example, I know that there are our ancient women that they know about medicinal plants. They use the steam sometimes, beautiful steam, to clean it, right? To change the codes inside of your beautiful parts. Yeah. And so to change the memories, right? So you use something like that too in the tradition?
Yeah, you could use like we call it baño de asiento, which is like you make a tea with several herbs depending on what you want to achieve, and you can literally sit in the warm tea in a container. That is very, very useful after giving birth, but you can also use it like a regular tool to clean yourself. So but what happens with herbs is that we have different herbs in different parts of the world. So you would have to go to people that know the herbs of your area, and for them to recommend, because I could recommend herbs that you buy in the market near my house, but you won't find that. So talking about herbs, even in Mexico is a huge country. If I recommend herbs to somebody that lives up north or south,
yes,
they have different herbs. So I always recommend to go to a specialist in herbs that grow in your area. The thing that is best for you is the thing that grows near you. And there's always something that will help you. So you can do with some herb that somebody near you recommend. You can do that baño de asiento. I don't know how to say in English, but literally you make a huge tea and you sit on it.
Yes, it's the steam is the one that going inside of you. Yeah.
And you can you can just have the steam going on you, and you can go inside the tea. Either they're both useful.
Okay. Yeah. And I was telling my sister Angela that I was watching a beautiful program from Morocco. Yeah. And I thought Ethiopia, when a woman is going to have get married, she stayed with a group of women some days before, and these women prepare her for be marriage, and one of these things, and I love it, there is a special seats where there is a hole in the middle for this steam, and they put incense and they put oil on the feet. They take care of the bride, beautiful customs, that they do it, and exactly they doing it to prepare the woman that will be married, and it's beautiful too, and we this thing is lost in the time because not everybody's doing, and it's very healthy to do it too.
And you have to do it when you are married, when you have kids, and all your life. It's not just one moment. You have to take care of yourself all your life.
Yeah, every month.
Yeah. Is the other thing, So, but also helps here. That also helps when you are making a ceremony for let it go that energy and bring your own energy from the other person. Ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, or whatever. This is a special ceremony with fire, and you bring your own energy, you back his energy, and you clean your own energy, right? That's the point, right? To take care about yourself, because yes, sex is beautiful and it's from the gods in some way, from the universe, but we need to take care about our physical body here.
Claro, yes.
And that's not just when you break a relationship. You can do it with a regular relationship. You can do it all the time. You can love somebody very much, but you don't need their energy inside you all day. So you can have future encounters. You can live with a man and also do this cleansing. It's important. It doesn't matter if you are breaking or not breaking a relationship.
Yes, like you say, you don't have to hold that energy from him. It's
even if you take care of the person or you really love the person. We all need to take care of ourselves.
That's beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us here tonight.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful to have you on. I look forward to you coming on, doing some amazing stuff, sharing your wisdom. It's absolutely amazing, and I really value it.
Thank you very much.
So we hope that have you again.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks everyone who's listening out there, who've joined us. We're going to hear more about this, and I hope you've all had a lovely listening experience, and that life is good to you, and that you take care of yourself, and maybe investigate those mathematical equations on how to address all those issues in your life. I'm going to give it a try myself in certain areas and see what happens.
Yeah, me too.
For the science equation conclusion factor. So everybody, thank you very much. We will see you again. Do come and check us out on Facebook. We're not on Instagram yet. We're gradually migrating the show to another YouTube channel as well, Women's Work own channel, as well as being on here, as well as being on Glastonbury Radio in England. And we are looking forward to getting that information about women out there. It's really wonderful.
I have a question before they left.
Okay.
I asked one day, Eleanor, show me a book. Yeah. So this book, this book is you can sell it to the public.
Yeah, it's available. I have it right here. It's
that's
wow. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love Eleanor to come on and talk about the plants, actually.
So it's the Aztec calendar, nitrogen, and life.
Ooh.
This is an approach to the Tezcatlipoca tradition from the scientific point of view.
No,
and what the author, which is Tlazolteotl Vicky Peck, it's scientists from New Mexico that has studied in the tradition for more than 20 years, co-wrote this book with our teachers in Xiuh. So they both wrote this book. It's from the scientific point of view. It's a bilingual book. If you want to, it's about to be available on electronic book, but it's not available yet. We just have it physical. If you are interested, you can go to this page. I don't know if this helps.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get that in there. Let me just put my glasses on and I'll type it in so it's there for eternity.
Web page where you can find more information about the tradition, and there's an area of this web page that has information on how to acquire the book.
Okay, I hope I've spelt that right in the chat room there. I think
Xiuh Atl.
Tezcatlipoca.
I have it.
Great. Rocio, if you could type that in there into the YouTube comments, it will be automatically attached.
And also you can find general information about the tradition, about the Nahuiolinteotl. If you forget the percentages, you have it there.
Yeah.
And information about the book. That's right.
Okay.
Tezcatlipoca.com.
Great, got it.
Okay, I want to write the page. I can. Oh, how can I write it?
I think I've done it. Is that the correct spelling?
That's right.
Great.
Xiuh Atl.
Great. So you can find the book at this link to learn more about it.
Xiuh Atl. Yes. .com. Okay,
right.
Right.
So there you can find general information about the tradition and about the book specifically.
Perfect. Yeah, because I'm sure that a lot of people is very interesting to know more. Yeah, and with this book, everybody will understand more about the tradition and about that thing, and it's good.
And it's one of the purpose of the books is related to a scientific point of view, so more people are able to understand the concept of the tradition. In the future books, there's not going to be this relation because this is like a first approach of publishing information about the tradition. Okay. So it was on purpose to do it, like building bridges between Western science and the tradition. So it's very available for everybody that can read it. It's very scientific. It has lots of scientific terms, but it's not difficult to read, and it has lots of information. So I really recommend.
And the good thing is that it's in Spanish and in English, right?
It's a bilingual edition.
That's beautiful.
And, probably in a few months, there's going to be an electronic book available. Yeah. Also, you can see in that same page. As soon as the electronic book is available, we're going to announce it in Tezcatlipoca.com.
Just going to put that there again. So everybody can see that, and do go and check it out.
Do you have any idea how much is what's the cost?
The cost is 400 pesos plus the sending.
The sending,
but it's huge. It's heavy. So
I remember that.
It's not very cheap because it's a heavy book. It has lots of illustrations,
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Oh,
I
lovely.
have it in my hand. It's like, wow, what is this?
So it's 400 pesos plus
The sending stuff.
Yeah, great. That's great. Wonderful. So thank you very much. Once again, do go to the website that we have listed just here to check it out and look at the information. Get the book. I'm going to get the book and I'm going to give it my best shot. Terms of understanding. So that's great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to our wonderful hosts, Expanded Understanding, who kindly share our podcast to the world. And thank you very much for everybody for joining us this evening. It's been marvelous. I think you're great. You represent great light. I can see why that's your name, Light Shiny Water, because you are shiny water.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. And the video will be in I will share the video. Yeah, the link. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that will be in my page. Yeah.
Perfect.
I want to share in the way that you take it and you can share this video.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
I share with other people because maybe in the next one where you will be there too, that we have you again. We will have more people interested about it. Okay.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Angela, Rocio.
Thank you, Atetzka.
Thank you.